Amelia walked through the park, holding a water bottle in her hand. The morning had been busy, with back-to-back basketball practice sessions at the youth center. She loved coaching, but lately, something felt missing. Her life was full of schedules and whistles, yet her heart craved something more. The sun was warm, and the breeze carried the scent of flowers. As she passed the fountain, a soft sound caught her attention. A melody, sweet and calm, drifted through the air. She turned her head, curious, and saw a man standing by the fountain with a violin. His eyes were closed, and he moved gently with the music. Amelia stopped to listen. The melody felt alive, almost like it was telling a story. People around her were quiet, watching and smiling. She couldn't help but smile too. There was something special about this moment. She didn't know why, but she felt drawn to the music and the man who played it. Her heart whispered a question: who is he? Amelia moved closer, her footsteps soft on the stone path. She stood a few steps away from the violinist and watched as he finished his song. The last note hung in the air, and the small crowd clapped. The man opened his eyes and smiled politely, nodding in gratitude. A woman approached him, holding out a few bills. "Thank you for your music," she said warmly. "It's beautiful." The man accepted the money with a kind smile. "Thank you. Every bit helps. I'm saving to teach music to kids in the neighborhood." Amelia's curiosity grew. Teaching kids? She stepped forward, pulling a small bill from her pocket. "Your music is amazing," she said, handing it to him. "Thank you," he replied, looking at her for the first time. His voice was calm, and his eyes, a deep brown, seemed kind. "I'm Oliver. I love sharing music with people." "I'm Amelia," she said. "I work with kids too, but I coach basketball." "That's great," Oliver said, his smile widening. "Music and sports, both can change lives." Amelia nodded, feeling a strange warmth in her chest. She didn't know why, but she wanted to keep talking. A sudden drop of water hit Amelia's arm. She looked up and noticed dark clouds gathering in the sky. The air smelled of rain. "Looks like a storm is coming," she said. Oliver glanced up, nodding. "We'd better find some cover." As the first drops began to fall, they hurried to a nearby gazebo. The sound of rain grew louder, tapping against the wooden roof. Amelia shook the water off her arms and laughed softly. That was close. Oliver set his violin case down carefully. "Rain always feels peaceful, doesn't it?" he said, leaning against a post. Amelia smiled. "It does. It's like the world slows down for a moment." They stood in comfortable silence, listening to the rhythm of the rain. Then, Oliver spoke. "Music saved me, you know. After I lost my parents, I felt lost too. Playing the violin gave me something to hold on to." Amelia looked at him, her chest tightening. "I get that. Basketball kept me on track as a teenager. Without it, I don't know where I'd be." Oliver's gaze met hers. "Funny how the things we love can change everything." She nodded. "Yeah, they really can." The rain poured on, but inside the gazebo, something between them had shifted. The rain began to slow, softening to a light drizzle. Oliver leaned forward, his hands resting on the edge of the gazebo. "Have you ever thought about combining what you love with something new?" he asked, his tone thoughtful. Amelia tilted her head. "What do you mean?" "Well," Oliver began, "what if we brought music and sports together? Imagine a community event where kids can play basketball and also learn about music." Amelia's eyes lit up. "That's a great idea. It could show them how different passions can work together." Oliver smiled. "Exactly. We could organize a festival. You handle the basketball part, and I'll take care of the music. We could even have performances and games." Amelia laughed, excitement bubbling inside her. "I love it. It would give kids something to look forward to, something to inspire them." As the rain stopped completely, a soft glow of sunlight broke through the clouds. Oliver picked up his violin case and looked at Amelia. "Maybe we should talk more about this over coffee?" Amelia hesitated for a moment, then nodded. "Sure. Let's figure out how to make this happen." Walking side by side, they left the park, already discussing ideas. Each step felt lighter, as if a new chapter was unfolding before them. The festival day arrived, and the park was alive with energy. Laughter filled the air as kids played basketball on one side and tried simple music lessons on the other. Parents gathered around, watching proudly as their children explored new skills. Amelia stood by the court, cheering as a young boy made his first basket. She clapped and called out, "Great shot, Sam. Keep going." On the other side, Oliver led a group of children, showing them how to hold a violin bow. The kids' eyes sparkled with curiosity, their small hands trying to mimic his movements. As the sun began to set, families gathered around a small stage. Oliver walked to the center, holding his violin. He smiled at the crowd, then looked directly at Amelia. "This song is for someone who inspired me to dream bigger," he said, his voice steady but warm. Amelia felt her heart race as Oliver began to play. The melody was gentle, yet full of emotion, like it was telling their story. She blinked back tears, smiling as the music filled the air. When the performance ended, the audience clapped and cheered. Amelia walked over to Oliver, her voice soft. "That was beautiful. Thank you." Oliver grinned. "It's only the beginning, Amelia. We can do so much more together." Amelia turned to the families around them. "Today was amazing, but we want to hear from you. What inspires you? Write in the comments below or share your thoughts with someone you care about. And don't forget, your passions can change lives." As the evening light sparkled, Amelia and Oliver stood side by side, their dreams now intertwined. They had found something greater than their individual passions. They had found each other.